Hello, and welcome to Introduction to Business. I'm your Professor John Harvey. Here we are in week 2. Congratulations, you made it back. Awesome. All right, so this week we are moving into chapter 2. So you should be done with chapter 1, and we're moving into chapter 2. Now, one of the things that I have is I have kind of this window of opportunity. So the material opens up on Wednesday morning, closes Tuesday night. So make sure and get the material done in the week that it becomes available. Okay. That being said, I know there are extenuating circumstances. Some people end up going to the hospital, or they have some sort of life-threatening sickness, or something like that. And so generally you're out for kind of a week, or maybe just a couple of days, and it kind of hits on that deadline or something like that. So what I do is I leave the material open a second week just for those emergencies. I don't count on it because sometimes Blackboard might go down, or there could be issues or something like that, and so you don't want to run into that. But that second week is available if you need it, but make sure and get the material done in the week that it becomes available. So like I said, we've done chapter 1, we're on to chapter 2. And along those lines, I'd like to give a discussion board award on chapter 1. So the most links goes to Brandon. So Brandon, kudos to you on your discussion board. You did a great job on that post, and you had all sorts of embedded links there, so that was awesome. That's something for you guys to kind of look at. That is one of the requirements in the discussion boards, so you don't want to miss that. Discussion boards, it really helps if you back up your opinion. I mean, everyone's got opinions, but if you can cite a source that supports that, it makes a big difference. It just elevates your status when you're talking to people. If you say, well, there was this article that said this thing or whatever, then it, puts you as a more informed person, and people are less likely to question you on stuff. So it's a good habit to have some sort of supporting evidence. So put in some hyperlinks. In this case, Brandon put in links to companies that he was talking about. That's a perfect example of something that totally works for the course. So make sure and get those in. Now, I just wanted to add a little bit to that factors of production, because I noticed that some people kind of wavered a little bit on this. The factors of production, every business can have them, but what we're talking about is the primary factor of production. So if I were to talk about a Caterpillar dealership, right? Their factor of production, the thing that makes the money, the way that the company works to grow and everything, is really about capital equipment, right? You've got these backhoes, you got these, scoopers, you got whatever kind of big machinery that they have, and they're selling it, or they're renting them for, use or something like that. They're moving equipment. That's what they do. That's their factor of production, right? Now, they have land. They're on a dealership, and they may look at growing their business by buying another piece of land or expanding or something like that. They have labor. They have people there that are doing sales, and those are integral people. You need them to sell. You need them to be able to price things. You need them to be involved. All of that's important, right? Somebody started that business, so there was entrepreneurship where they said, there is an area here where there's construction and people need equipment. There's small businesses or even family size things where people need equipment rental, right? So I'm going to provide that. Like, that's an entrepreneur, right? So these factors of production are all in a business, but you have to look at it, and that's what I wanted you to focus on, is what is the primary factor of production. So this kind of has a personal application for you, right? What is your factor of production, right? What is it that is your strength? What is it that your primary thing is? Knowing that, and some of you guys are young, some of you guys are a little more experienced, and so getting a handle on that can really help you personally. When people ask me, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses? Pretty clear on that at this point. I know what my strengths are. I know what my weaknesses are, and I'm comfortable with that. So I know what my factor of production is. You know, it's how I do these things. So has a personal application. It also, you know, in a business, you want to look for that primary factor of production, because the others are all there. You know, a golf course has labor, it has equipment, it has stuff like that, but it's, you know, you're dependent on the land. You know, that's the factor of production there. So hopefully that helps you guys with that. Like I said, we're moving on to chapter 2. With that, have a great week, and I look forward to talking to you again. All right.